Hey sis, how's it going? I was wondering if you had some free time tomorrow. I was hoping you could accompany me on a little shopping trip I have planned. How about we go for lunch too while we're at it? My treat.
Hey, Gallagher. Good morning. Sure, I don't mind tagging along, but won't your fiancée Indigo be going with you? Somehow going out shopping with your sister right before your wedding feels kind of sad.
No way, there's nothing said about me hanging out with my sis. Besides, you came home from your work transfer in Scotland, especially to come to mine and Indigo's wedding, right? You'll be going straight back after the wedding, right? I'll barely get a chance to see you, so treating you to a meal is the least I can do. It'd be nice to catch up with you in person sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. It'd be nice to see you, too.
Alright, that settles it. I'll see you outside the ticket gate at the southern gate of Ferdinand Station.
Got it. I knew it, you frickin' jerk! You're cheating on me! Hey, Gallagher, answer me. I just knew you were lying about going out for lunch with your sister. Who the hell is that woman? We're supposed to be getting married this weekend, you jerk. You are horrible. How could you do this to me? I'm about to teach your new girlfriend a lesson. So you better prepare yourselves for the hell that's about to rain down on you. No one crosses me. No one. Punishment delivered. That was the best punch I've ever thrown, even if I do say so myself. I hit her square in the jaw, and when she recoiled back, it was like it happened in slow motion. I loved the noise she made when she fell to the floor. I can still hear it in my head now. Man, that felt good. Hello? Gallagher, are you there? I got a good look at that bitch you're cheating on me with when I knocked her lights out, and she was very clearly older than you. I can't believe you'd cheat on me with a dried-up old hag. I'm obviously better looking than her. What the hell is wrong with you? Surely that's why you asked me to marry you. If you break up with her by the end of the day, I'll let you off the hook with just $1,000 compensation payment, and we can still go ahead with the wedding. However, to ensure you never cheat on me again, I'll have no choice but to place you under constant surveillance. Which means if you still want to marry me, you'll have to marry into my family and take my surname. Of course, that means you'll be moving in with me and my parents. Oh, and I'll be taking full control over your bank account so I can manage your finances on your behalf. This will be a lot easier for you if you accept that you have no other option than to do as I say sooner rather than later. If we have an understanding, I suggest you hurry up and dump the bitch. Then get down on your knees, apologize to me, and beg for my forgiveness.
Hey, Indigo. Where the hell are you?
Oh, hello there, Gallagher. What do you mean, where am I? Like hell I'm telling you. If you've decided to do the adult thing and apologize for cheating on me, maybe, just maybe, I'll tell you.
What the hell are you talking about? I just read your messages, so what's going on? Do you have any idea what an absurd misunderstanding you're making here?
Huh? A misunderstanding? Wow. And so begins the denial. Pathetic. I was hoping you had more integrity than this, but I guess that was naive of me, given that you were enough of a lowlife to cheat on me in the first place. I caught you and your lover together. I saw you with my own eyes. Are you seriously going to try and worm your way out of that despite the fact I caught you in the act? Or is this where you try and gaslight me and say I didn't see what I know I did?
That was my big sister, you idiot. I told you that when I left the house after breakfast this morning.
I don't want to hear your pathetic excuses, you low-life jerk. You act like I haven't seen your sister before. I know she was plumper with longer hair. That bitch I put in her place today had stylish short hair. You can't seriously think I'd get her mixed up with your sister. They practically couldn't look more different.
My sister went on a diet when she moved to Scotland for her work transfer.
Huh?
The diet went well and she lost a bunch of weight. So she decided to use the momentum to redesign her entire image. She had her hair cut short and started going for a more sporty image with the way she dressed.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is ridiculous. I know you're desperate to come up with excuses to get yourself out of the mess you've made, but you should at least try to make them sound believable.
What the hell? God damn it, Indigo. I told you all this before. Don't you ever listen to a word I say? Don't you remember? I told you about my sister's diet maybe a month ago? Do you know when we were talking about what it might be like to live abroad?
Oh, that? Wait a sec. You mean that whole conversation was nothing but a setup for you to justify your cheating in case you ever got caught? Jesus, Gallagher, you're even more cunning than I thought.
What?
Just when I thought you couldn't possibly sink any lower, you exceed all expectations.
It wasn't a setup at all. It was just a freaking lighthearted conversation.
Quit blabbering on at me and apologize. We're not going to get anywhere until you do, so why not just swallow your pride and get it over with already? Like I said before, all you need to do is get on your knees, apologize, beg for my forgiveness, and accept all the conditions I listed before. If you do that, I'll agree to go ahead with the wedding. I suggest you hurry up and make your decision before I stop feeling so generous and big-hearted. Apologize.
I didn't cheat on you.
Oh, for God's sake, are you still trying to keep up the act? Pathetic.
The woman you saw me with was my sister. The woman you punched in the face based on the most ridiculous understanding of all time was my sister. It's fine to have doubts, but you should at least clarify them before resorting to violence. And seriously, me and my sister are both the spitting image of our dad. So even if her hair or build has changed, you should have known it was her from one look at her face. If anything, you look even more similar since her facial features became more defined from losing so much weight. You should have at least checked if it wasn't a case of mistaken identity before punching her square in the face. Do you have any idea of the gravity of the situation you caused?
That's my line, you low-life cheating scum. Are you so desperate to cling to your lies and excuses that you'd throw away the opportunity to win back my hand in marriage?
So basically what you're saying is that you'll tell me where you are if I get down on my knees and apologize to you?
Oh, look, so you do understand. Does this mean you're finally ready to accept that you messed up and right your wrongs? Fantastic. You should know, I want to make sure I get some photos of you apologizing on your knees to me so that I can use them as a reminder to keep you in check if you ever dare cross me again. All right, I'll tell you where I am. I'm on a train headed to my parents' place. I'll be arriving in about 30 more minutes. Anyway, now that's settled, we need to discuss the particulars of our new living arrangement with my parents. I assure you, you will be on your best behavior while living with my mom and dad. Hurry up and get your ass down here with my $1,000 compensation for the affair so we can get down to business and start planning our future together. Gallagher, why are you still not here?
Shut up already.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
I filed criminal charges against you.
Say what now? God damn it, are you really gonna make me do this? It looks like I'll have no choice but to tell your sister. If I can get a written testimony from her, I'll finally have concrete proof of the affair. Hello, Lisa. My name is Indigo, and I am your brother's fiancé. I think this is the first time I've ever messaged you since we met last year before you went on your work transfer to Scotland. So anyway, as for why I'm messaging you, listen to this. Gallagher cheated on me. And that's not all. He lied about being with you while he was out with his lover. Don't you think that's horrible, using you as cover for his affair like that? Surely you understand the pain I'm going through as a fellow woman. We have to stick together at times like this, sister. So won't you tell that jerk of a brother of yours he needs to pay up? I've tried and tried, but he won't listen, and he stubbornly refuses to admit that he even did anything wrong. Which is why I need you to tell him to pay me $1,000 in compensation before getting down on his knees and apologizing to me. Hello? Lisa, are you there? Hello? Why aren't you replying? Answer me already. Wait a sec, are you on his side? Are you on that filthy, lying cheater side even after what he did? Ugh, no way you'd side with a cheater. Hello? You do realize I'll have no choice but to call off the wedding if Gallagher doesn't apologize to me, right? Is that what you want? You know, I assumed you'd be intelligent when your brother told me you were selected for an overseas work transfer in Scotland, but I must say I am so disappointed in you. No way, you're not going to start making a big show and dance about how your brother filed criminal charges against me too, are you? You do well to remember he is the one in the wrong here, not me. All I did was launch a counterattack against the bitch he cheated on me with. How could you file charges against me for that?
Hey, Indigo. I just had a look at my sister's phone. Would you quit it and cut this crap out already? My sister has a concussion from when she banged her head on the floor after you punched her in the face. So she's resting up in bed and can't use her phone.
Snore. When will it end, Gallagher? When are you going to stop coming up with these pitiful lies and own up to what you did? This crap ain't going to wash with me.
Allow me to answer your questions to my sister on her behalf. I already filed charges.
What the hell?
How are you surprised? I already told you, for God's sakes, and that's not all. I phoned your parents and told them I'm calling off the engagement and the wedding. I also told them I have no intention of settling out of court. Lube up your bank account, Indigo, because I'm going in hard.
Oh my God. Wait a sec. Was all that stuff you said about the woman I punched being your sister true?
Did you seriously think I was lying?
Duh, obviously. Gallagher? Gallagher! Hello? My mom and dad flipped out at me so hard, I've never seen them that angry before. My dad got me in a headlock, dragged me up to my bedroom, threw me in, and locked the door before ordering me to wait until the cops arrive. Why is this happening? All I did was make a little misunderstanding. We all make mistakes sometimes, right? How can you turn a blind eye while your fiancé gets arrested? Surely this must be tearing you up inside. And what about your sister? Me and her will be family soon. How could she just stand by and watch as you filed criminal charges against me? Gallagher! 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 You do realize me and you won't be able to get married if you keep this up, right? I'll forgive your sister for confusing me. I swear I will. Just drop the charges, please. If you do that, you can still marry me. Mom and Dad should calm down and stop acting crazy, too. You'll do that for me, won't you, sweetie? Gallagher, please reply. Why won't you answer me? I'm not kidding here, baby. You really, really won't be able to marry me anymore if you keep this up for much longer. Is that what you want? You could lose me forever.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
What?
Bye.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, Lisa. Is now a good time to message? Are you feeling better yet?
Hey, Gallagher. Yeah, my condition's improved a lot, thanks. The concussion's gone, the swelling on my chin has gone down, and the cut in my mouth is healing up nicely. Things are finally on the up. I'm so sorry for putting you through all this.
No way, that's my line. I can't believe I almost married Indigo. She's a complete lunatic. I'm so sorry for all the trouble. You didn't deserve any of this.
Now that you mention her, what's the situation with Indigo right now?
Oh, right. I called her parents and taking into consideration the endless barrage of deranged, threatening messages, we decided it was best that we proceed with the charges.
I see. It's not going to be easy for a girl of her age to end up with a criminal record. And given that it's all on CCTV, I doubt there's any chance she'll get off. But the fact of the matter is she broke the law and hasn't shown a shred of remorse about it. And as long as she refuses to accept the error of her ways, she'll continue to be a danger to society and should be dealt with accordingly. In short, she made her bed and now she has to lie in it.
All right, sis, you nailed it. I just got done canceling the engagement, but her parents very kindly agreed me to pay the compensation and cover the cost of the wedding on Indigo's behalf. Apparently, they're going to see to it that she pays them back out of her own dime, in their own words, no matter what.
Wow, really? Well, thank God they're a little more reasonable than their daughter.
Also, they guarantee me they'll make absolutely sure she never shows up here looking for revenge. So you don't have to worry about her doing anything else.
I guess that just about wraps everything up then, right?
Yep, pretty much. Anyway, when will you be leaving back for Scotland? I imagine you had to delay everything with the whole being hospitalized thing, right?
Oh, right. I'll be in America for another week.
I was hoping we can give going out for that meal another shot, since we kind of got interrupted last time. What do you say?
Oh, I'd love to. I was hoping we could fit it in before I leave again, actually. All right. Would it be cheeky of me to put in a request for that pizza place on 7th Street?
Not at all. The least I can do for you is treat you to some pizza after what you've been through. I'm obviously going to be footing the bill, too. Are you sure you don't want to go somewhere much more expensive? It's not like we get to see each other that much. How about we splash out? There are a bunch of upmarket places on 12th Street.
Oh, they do look nice, but I can never help but feel like those places seem kind of stiff and formal. I was thinking maybe somewhere we could let our hair down, relax, and have a wild old time while enjoying our fair share of beer.
Aha. I know what you mean. Say no more. In that case, the pizza place on 7th Street it is. Of course, there'll be beer plenty, but they also do an all-you-can-eat buffet. I can't wait.
Wow, they do? Oh, they must have introduced that while I was away, because I don't remember that at all. Yes, infinite pizza.
Get hyped.
Woohoo! I can't wait.
I received another apologetic phone call from Indigo's parents a few days later. Apparently, they felt like I deserved to know about what was going to happen to their daughter going forward. Her mom and dad are old now, and they decided their problem daughter was beyond their capabilities, which meant she was sent on a grueling 12-hour bus ride with endless changeovers to stay with a distant relative with a reputation for being extremely strict. To add insult to injury, for my wayward ex-fiancé, her phone and laptop were confiscated before she went. It was decided that she would gradually pay her parents back for the compensation they paid me by working on her relative's farm while undergoing a rigorously disciplined routine of chores and rehabilitation, all while having access to no entertainment or leisure activities. As for me and my sister, we went to the pizza place a few days later. After the beer started flowing, suddenly my sister said to me, "People you thought you knew can change in a heartbeat. No matter how long you've known them, no matter their age or gender. The key to protecting yourself is to train your ability to judge character." While a little taken aback by the suddenness of her semi-drunken proclamation, her words struck a chord with me. With that, I swore to introduce my next girlfriend to my sister at the first opportunity.
Rebecca, are you looking ugly again today? What the hell was that, Thea? Well, it's been a year or so since I've last seen you, so I wanted to check up on you and see if you were still keeping up with being ugly. Just as I expected from you. You have literally no decency at all as an adult, and are still acting like that little bratty witch that I've always known you to be. Huh? So how has being a whore been for you? Stealing any fine men lately? Oh my god. Well, I'll have you know that I'm not the whore. All of those men are, because they keep coming after me when I'm not even trying to get with them. So what other choice do I have but to go out and have fun with them? Go ahead and think of it however you'd like. Now, tell me what you really want from me today. Oh, that's right. I have a really, really important bit of news to tell you. And what could that be? Right now, I'm on vacation with your husband in Guam. What? You went to Guam? That's right. I'm out here with your husband, Brad, and we are making love to one another at this private little cabin on the beach. I haven't seen Brad all night, and that's why he left to go to Guam with you? That's right. So when are you guys coming back home? Huh? I want to know how many nights you two will be staying there and when you plan on coming back. What's going on here? You just had your own husband stolen away by me, and you're not even going to act a little bit surprised by that? What is wrong with you, Rebecca? Honestly, I'm just shocked by the fact that you took him all the way to Guam, of all places, to cheat on me. Are you kidding me? You should be crying at the sound of my news and begging me with all the strength you have right now to give him back to you. Why are you not worried about him at all? I knew about him cheating on me, so don't get your hopes up. Huh? I have known about you going out with Brad like that for a while now. I'm sorry that your plans of making me break down and beg for him back didn't work out for you. What? Now look, Thea, you and I have been in the same classes with one another in both middle school and then in high school. You and I both have a lot of the same friends, so I hear about you all the time. I'm sure that you're not very aware of this, but back here in town, not a lot of people really like you all too much, and all I hear about you is bad things. And thanks to always hearing the bad news about you, I learned that you'd been eyeing up Brad. Are you serious? A lot of people say that you yourself are married right now, but by the way you'd always go around town bragging about the men you were with, it almost felt as though your real husband didn't exist. When you both are back in town, I'll be having a word with you guys, along with my lawyer, about the divorce settlements. Please make sure to be there for that. Oh, I see. Well, that's no problem. I'm a little bit shocked that you already knew about all of this, but it's not going to change any of the plans I've made. Really? Is that so? Anyway, we will be back home in 3 more days. Since I'm no longer going to have to hide anything from anyone, I'm going to make sure to enjoy this little vacation to the fullest and post all about it. Well, as long as you're not going to try and run away, do as you please. Bye now. Thea, have you not been looking at any of the calls and texts coming from your parents? Why are you not going to answer anyone? Everyone is trying to get a hold of you right now. Oh my, if it isn't the loser who lost her husband to me. I'm sure you're getting all antsy now and sent me all those messages wanting him back from me, right? I knew that having Brad stolen from you was heartbreaking. This is not about Brad and you. Huh? Your husband, Mark? He had to be taken to the hospital because he came down with something really bad and hasn't been getting any better. I see. And? Since this morning, he's been on life support. Oh? Because you weren't answering any of those texts and calls from your family, they came to all your friends and people you know asking us to try and contact you. Come home right now, hurry! What? No, thank you. Huh? I'm sure you're just lying to me right now to try and get Brad and I to come home from our little romantic vacation before we planned to, right? I know that you and my family are all in that lie together and want me to stop having fun here with your husband. What the hell are you going on about? Things are not going well for your husband and his family right now, so hurry up and come home right away. Come on now, Thea. All right, okay. Keep on freaking out about how you want Brad back. I am not worried about Brad and you right now. Are you even listening to me? Right now, I'm a very busy woman because I have all this love I need to receive from Brad. We're both about to start having sex, so shut up already and let us have our fun. Jesus Christ, Thea. What the hell do you think you're doing right now? Your husband is on his deathbed. Oh, I just remembered something. I don't actually need Mark anymore, so you can go ahead and take him now since I'm taking Brad. I'm sorry that I'm giving him to you in such a sad state, though. Hopefully you don't mind getting a damaged product. This is not the time for you to be saying things like that. His family is all here, wondering where you are and why you're not here. You are starting to really annoy me now, so I'm going to block your number for the rest of this trip. What? Bye-bye. See you when I'm back from Guam. Hold it right there, Thea! Thea! I'm back! We just arrived back home a little bit ago. Therefore, I can unblock your phone number now. And another thing I have to let you know about is that Brad and I got engaged. So could you please hurry up and divorce him for me? You were telling me the other day that when we both got back, you'd want to talk to us about the divorce and the settlement, so make all of that quick, please. Both Brad and I want to get married to one another as soon as possible. You are so dang annoying. Huh? Oh, you must have turned into the Grinch while I was gone after having your husband stolen from you, right? That's hilarious. But that's why I said you can have Mark as a replacement for Brad. Although ever since he started to get really sick, he lost his job at that major company, and it's been pretty useless to me. Right now, I'm at Mark's funeral. What? I'm not family or anything to him, so I'm only here for the first procession, and then I'll be going home. But a lot of people have been murmuring to one another about where Mark's wife went and whether or not she'll be coming to his funeral today. Huh? A few of your friends that know about where you ran off to are here as well. So there is a chance one of them will talk, and the rest of your family and Mark's will know about what you've done. What? Huh? If you're still not going to believe all that I'm telling you right now, then how about you take a trip over to your parents' house right now? There, you will be able to figure out the truth in all of this and may start to panic a little. Are you being serious right now? Why, Rebecca? If this was really going on, you should have been trying even harder to get me to believe you. This is the worst timing ever for me to be coming back home from my vacation. So that's what you're going to say to me? Well, I guess that's expected from a wife that never bothered to care for her husband at all and didn't even show up once to the hospital to check on how her husband was doing. Also, it's starting to sound like a lot of people are learning about what you'd been up to behind your husband's back. Especially with Brad. I don't care about what all of them are thinking right now. Right now, things are very bad for me. I showed up to the funeral after stopping by my parents' house, and as I walked inside, my dad slapped me with the most force I've ever taken. And my mom started to break down crying and wouldn't even look at me. All of Mark's family just stood there glaring at me in silence. Why are you getting all upset over that? That's how you should have expected everyone to react after what they'd seen and heard. Huh? It wasn't just you, though, that received those kinds of reactions from others. When Brad came stumbling back home, his dad was waiting for him and gave him a punch to the gut that caused him to vomit. What? Anywho, I'm divorcing him. And then I'll have my lawyer get you to sign the papers stating that you both now owe me some money. Oh, I see. Oh, that's totally fine. I'll be getting all that money Mark had from his will. That'll mean something, like your settlement won't even faze me because it'll seem so cheap. You think so? I can see that you really don't feel any sort of anxiety after what all's just happened. But my lawyer will be coming over in the next few days to have a word with you, so be ready for when he arrives. Sure thing. I'll be ready for whoever comes here. Hello, Rebecca. This is about that settlement you've asked me for? What's up? You don't think you could lower the amount you're asking for, or even perhaps just void this whole settlement in general? Listen, I thought that by the time I got all that money from Mark after he passed away, I'd be just fine. But after asking about when his money would be coming to me, I was told there was no money. And I heard all of this from Mark's little sister. Well, he had been in the hospital for a very long time, huh? And, well, he had lost his job too, right? So all of that time in the hospital racking up his bills really did a number on the money he had in his savings. So there's nothing really left for me to have. I see. I then went and asked Brad about having him help pay the settlement off. But he told me no right then and there. Well, I'm sure something like that would happen. But no matter what excuses you have for me, you're going to have to pay me that settlement. What about lowering the amount you're asking for? And why should I do that? Ugh! What the hell is going on here? Hey! What the hell is this about Brad being jobless? Did he not get that company from his dad or what? I could have sworn he was telling me all about how his dad had this massive company and that it would be going to him next. Wow. You never heard anything about that from him recently then? Heard about what? At first, he was supposed to be the next in line to receive that company and become the CEO. But after a little while, his dad, the current CEO at the time, realized that his son is nowhere near ready to become someone as respected as the CEO of that company. So he went and found someone from within his company to make the next CEO. And, well, it's been 5 months now since the new CEO took over that company. Who the hell took that position? I did. Huh? And from there, Brad no longer felt comfortable working in the company and quit. So when are you going to have that money to me by? I would like you to have it to me in the next few weeks, so were you able to find another way to get that money set up? What? You already know that I don't have any money. So that's your final answer then? I can see now why you were acting all tough about this whole situation you got yourself into. You thought you'd be getting both the money your dead husband should have left behind for you and the money that Brad would have been making as the CEO, right? Honestly, that's what I was thinking had been the case this whole time, but didn't want to spoil all your fun. If you already know that I'm not going to be able to pay you, how about you void the dang settlement? The settlement is another story, Thea. I knew something like this would end up happening, so I went and spoke with your grandpa about what should be done about you. Huh? My grandpa? You went and talked to him about me? Yep, and this is your grandpa on your mother's side of the family. He told me that he had some very good things in mind for getting you to both pay me for the settlement I've asked for and to try and fix that toxic behavior you've always had all your life. Wait, what? Why? I'm not even upset about you talking with my family about this, but why would you choose to talk with that crazy old man first? And actually, how the hell were you able to get in touch with him in the first place? Well, I'm sure you're not really aware of all this, and that's totally fine. But your grandpa's company just so happens to have some relationships with the company I'm in charge of now. What? In other words, what you and Brad had been doing started to have some influence on both of the companies, and discussion about you had to be made. There, your grandma and I came to a lot of conclusions about what had to be done with you, especially since you were causing bad rumors to spread around affecting business. No freaking way! Does this mean I'm going to have to go with that insanely strict old man now? And I'm not even talking about how bad my grandma is. She is way worse than him, and I don't want to know what she'll do to me if I see her. I've heard terrible stories about how she raised my mom's siblings. No. I don't want to end up like all of them. How the hell am I going to be able to have a life if I have to go to them now? There's no way those two will let me see the light of day ever again. Well, you have no other choice now, so stop complaining already. What? Thea, there's no other option for you anymore. Well, you'd been bragging about how you stole my husband from me, and then we're not going to have to worry about the divorce or the settlement because of your dead husband's and Brad's money. I was talking with your grandpa. Huh? So it's been going on this whole time? I had to make sure your grandpa heard about your every move so that he could prepare himself for how he wants to go about retraining you. No. I really hope that whatever he and your grandma have in store for you, it helps you become a better person. Bye-bye now. Rebecca! I don't want to go. And only 10 minutes later, Thea's grandpa arrived to pick her up and take her away. She tried her hardest to run from her parents' house to try and get away, but as she made it to the front door, she found out it had been locked from the outside. And who better than to come up from behind and grab her than that same dad of hers that slapped the hell out of her at the funeral. He then picked her up while she was screaming and walked her out to her grandpa's van so that he could put her in. A lot of the people in the neighborhood stepped outside to see what all the commotion was about, but when they saw it was Thea screaming her head off, they all went right back inside. She was taken to her grandpa's house that day, and a few days went by before I started to receive the money I had asked her for. And it wasn't just from her that I started to get my money from around that time, but also Brad. Brad's parents ended up disowning him after his dad punched his meal out of him, and since then he's been living in another town somewhere working in order to pay me. And with both my settlements now being paid, I can finally take a moment to relax and thank my lawyer. A couple weeks later, I got a couple texts from Thea again, though, asking me to come and save her from her grandparents. I totally forgot that I hadn't blocked her yet, so that was the perfect reminder to get me to do just that. I'm not sure what types of punishments her grandparents are subjecting her to right now, but I'm guessing that not a single one of them is ineffective in helping fix whatever the heck was wrong with that girl's head.